Biblioburro, a true story from Colombia. Deep in the jungles of Colombia, there lives a man who loves books. His name is Luis. And you can see him here reading in his rocking chair. As soon as he reads one book, he brings home another. Soon the house is filled with books. Look at all these books. His wife Diana grumbles, "What are we going to do? Eat books with our rice?" Luis thinks long and hard. At last, an idea pops into his head. Look, you can see the author put a thinking bubble in here. These open circles leading to the wavy-edged circle show that this is what he's thinking about. I can bring my books into the faraway hills to share with those who have none. One burro could carry books, and another burro could carry me and more books. Luis buys two sturdy little burros. He names them Alpha and Beto. He builds crates to hang on their backs and paints signs, Biblioburro, the burro library. Then Diana fills the crates with books. He was really smart. He took a strap and attached two crates together so that the strap goes over the burro's back. So it balances the burro, and the burro can carry two shelves of books. Every week, Luis and Alpha and Beto set off across the countryside to faraway villages in the lonely hills. This week, they travel to El Tormento. Look, he's even reading while he's riding the burro. When the sun burns high in the sky, Luis and the burros stop at a stream to drink the cool water. After they have their fill, Beto balks. That means he stops and digs his heels in and refuses to go any further. Luis pulls and pulls on Beto's reins, but Beto won't budge. "The children are waiting for us." At last, the burro gives in and steps across the stream. Deep in the hills, the path is lonelier than ever. Bird songs are the only sounds they hear. Then, from deep in the shadows, a bandit leaps out. "Give me your silver," he shouts. "Please let us pass," Luis says. "The children are waiting." The bandit scowls at the books, but he takes one and growls, "Next time I want silver." The Biblioburro continues on its way over the hills until at last Luis sees houses below. The children of El Tormento run to meet him. Luis insists on reading a story before they choose books to borrow. "Today I have a surprise for you," he says. He reaches behind the books and pulls out a bundle of masks, little piglets. "Put on a mask and I'll read you a tale about pigs." And look, all the kids get piggy masks. And he says, "Once upon a time, there were 3 little pigs and a big bad wolf who huffed and puffed, and 3 houses, one made out of straw, one made out of sticks, one made out of bricks. And the straw house got blown down and the stick house got blown down, but the piggy in the brick house was safe." I wonder if you know the story of the 3 little pigs. When the story ends, it's time for everyone to choose a book. The children hold their books close as they say goodbye and walk home. Just like when you come to the library and borrow books, you look on the shelves and pick one. They get to come and pick one from the shelves on the side of the burros and then take it home until Luis comes back to trade it for a different one. Luis and Alpha and Beto head back over and around the hills, across the grasslands and streams, and into the sunset. I wonder if you notice who is sitting down here under the tree reading his book. At home, Luis feeds his hungry burros and Diana feeds her hungry husband. But then, instead of sleeping, Luis picks up his book and reads deep into the night. And far away in the hills, candles and lanterns burn as the children read borrowed books deep into the night, too. So these villages that he's delivering books to do not have electricity. They use candles and lanterns to read by when it gets dark. And that is the end. And like I said, this is a true story. So there's a note at the end from the author about Luis Soriano that tells us a little bit more. It says, Biblioburro is based on the true story of Luis Soriano, who lives in La Gloria, a remote town in northern Colombia, which I said is at the top of South America. An avid reader, which means he reads a lot, Luis understood the transformative power of reading. That means how reading can change lives because of his experience as a school teacher. He wanted to share his collection of books with the children and adults in the isolated villages and the distant hills, where books were scarce. Most houses had none. Luis and his 2 burros began bringing books to the villages in 2000. He started with a collection of 70 books that has grown to over 4,800, mostly from donations. Now the Biblioburro travels to the hills every weekend. 300 people, more or less, look forward to borrowing the books Luis brings. A small corner of the world is enriched. So he is still alive, and he is still going out every weekend with his Biblioburro and sharing books with the people of the countryside. Thanks for listening.